In today's modern world, it's all too easy to feel overwhelmed. The constant flow of information, the pressure to succeed, the demands of work, family, and social life. It can feel like an endless cycle that never lets up. We're constantly juggling responsibilities, racing against the clock, and managing multiple tasks at once, often feeling like there's never enough time in the day. It's no wonder that stress, anxiety, and burnout have become common afflictions for many people. We live in a culture that constantly encourages us to do more, to be more, and to keep pushing ourselves to the limit. Yet, in the midst of this chaos, many of us find ourselves asking the same question. Is there a way to simplify our lives? Is there a way to navigate all the complexities of the modern world without feeling constantly bogged down by them? The answer, according to an ancient school of thought known as Stoicism, is yes. Stoicism, which originated in Greece over 2,000 years ago, offers a profound and practical philosophy for living a meaningful, calm, and fulfilling life, no matter the external circumstances. At its core, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we can control, let go of what we can't, and cultivate the inner peace necessary to face life's challenges with resilience and clarity. While the world around us may seem chaotic and unpredictable, the Stoic mindset provides a framework that helps us reduce mental clutter, alleviate stress, and make choices that align with our values and priorities. In the Stoic worldview, the key to living a good life isn't about avoiding difficulties or striving for perfection. It's about learning to respond to life's challenges with wisdom, composure, and a sense of purpose. Stoics believe that we cannot control everything that happens to us, but we can control how we react to it. This philosophy encourages us to focus on our thoughts, actions, and attitudes, which are the only aspects of life truly within our power. By applying Stoic principles, we can navigate the ups and downs of life with more grace and less emotional turmoil. At its heart, Stoicism isn't about escaping the world's chaos. It's about learning to engage with it in a more mindful and intentional way. In a world filled with distractions, the Stoic mindset helps us cut through the noise, prioritize what truly matters, and reduce the unnecessary complexity that often overwhelms us. Whether it's the pressure to succeed, the constant stream of information, or the emotional roller coaster that comes with modern life, Stoicism teaches us how to simplify our mental and emotional landscapes so that we can live more peacefully and purposefully. But how exactly can we apply Stoicism to simplify our lives? The answer lies in some key Stoic principles that, when practiced daily, can help us navigate life with greater ease and clarity. These principles provide practical tools for dealing with stress, anxiety, and the overwhelming sense of being constantly pulled in multiple directions. One of the central tenets of Stoicism is the distinction between what we can control and what we cannot. In today's world, we often expend vast amounts of energy worrying about things that are beyond our control. What other people think of us, how the world will unfold, or events that may or may not happen in the future. Stoicism teaches us to focus only on what we can influence, our own thoughts, actions, and responses. By learning to accept that there are many things outside of our control, we can free ourselves from unnecessary worry and frustration, allowing us to direct our energy toward things that truly matter. In addition, Stoicism encourages us to simplify our choices. With so many options available to us at any given moment, it's easy to fall into the trap of decision fatigue, where the act of making decisions becomes overwhelming. From choosing what to eat to deciding how to spend our time, the sheer volume of choices can leave us feeling mentally exhausted. Stoicism teaches us that we don't need to make every decision a major event. Instead, we can streamline our choices by focusing on what's most important to us and letting go of trivial decisions. By simplifying our decision-making process, we free up mental space and energy for the things that truly matter. Another key aspect of Stoicism is the practice of minimalism, both in our physical surroundings and our mental state. Clutter, both in our environments and in our minds, can cause unnecessary stress and confusion. Stoicism teaches us to let go of things that no longer serve us and to focus on what's essential. Whether it's decluttering our homes, reducing distractions, or clearing our minds of unhelpful thoughts, Stoicism emphasizes the importance of creating space for clarity and peace. This doesn't mean living in austerity or denying ourselves things we enjoy. Rather, it's about removing the excess and distractions that prevent us from living intentionally and mindfully. Setting boundaries is another fundamental Stoic practice that can help simplify our lives. In a culture that often demands more from us than we can give, it's easy to overcommit ourselves and feel stretched thin. Stoicism encourages us to set clear boundaries and learn to say no when necessary. This is not an act of selfishness, but of self-care. By protecting our time and energy, we can focus on the things that truly align with our values, rather than trying to meet every external expectation or demand. The Stoic practice of embracing the present moment is also crucial for simplifying our lives. In a world that is constantly pulling us in different directions, it's easy to get caught up in the past or the future. We often find ourselves replaying past mistakes or worrying about things that haven't even happened yet. This constant mental chatter adds unnecessary complexity to our lives. Stoicism teaches us to focus on the present moment, on what's happening right here and now, so that we can respond to life's challenges with a clear and calm mind. Finally, Stoicism helps us let go of perfectionism, which is another major source of stress and complexity. The pursuit of perfection often leads to overthinking, frustration, and feelings of inadequacy. Stoicism reminds us that life is not about achieving perfection, but about embracing progress and learning from our experiences. By letting go of the need for everything to be flawless, we simplify our approach to life and allow ourselves to grow without being burdened by unrealistic expectations. As we explore how to apply Stoicism to simplify our lives, we'll delve into some of the key principles of this ancient philosophy and how they can be integrated into our daily routines. By focusing on what we can control, embracing simplicity, and practicing mindfulness, we can reduce the mental clutter and emotional stress that often make life feel so complicated. In the end, Stoicism teaches us that simplicity is not just about eliminating external distractions. It's about cultivating an inner sense of peace and clarity that allows us to live more intentionally and with greater purpose. In the following sections, we'll explore actionable Stoic tips for simplifying life, reducing stress, and cultivating inner peace. These principles will help you focus on what matters most and create space for a more meaningful, fulfilling life. By applying Stoic wisdom, we can all find a way to navigate the complexities of modern living with greater ease, grace, and clarity. Understanding Stoicism. At its heart, Stoicism is about self-mastery, rational thinking, and aligning ourselves with the natural flow of life. The Stoics believe that while we cannot control everything that happens to us, we can control how we respond. By focusing on what is within our power and letting go of the need to control everything else, we create a life that is simpler and more in tune with reality. The philosophy encourages living with virtue and wisdom, which means living according to reason and in harmony with nature. This is not about retreating from life, but rather about engaging with it fully, yet with a mindset that prevents us from getting caught up in unnecessary drama or stress. Key Stoic Figures. The wisdom of Stoicism has been passed down through centuries by philosophers like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus. Each of them emphasized different aspects of Stoic thought, but they all shared a commitment to cultivating inner peace, clarity, and purpose. These thinkers were not just philosophers. They were also leaders, advisors, and ordinary people who applied Stoicism to the challenges of their everyday lives. Marcus Aurelius, for example, was a Roman emperor who faced immense pressures and responsibilities, yet he consistently turned to Stoic principles to navigate his role with wisdom and calm. Seneca, a Roman statesman and philosopher, wrote extensively about how to handle adversity and stress, while Epictetus, a former slave-turned-philosopher, taught the importance of freedom through self-discipline and the proper use of judgment. Their teachings provide us with powerful insights that can help us simplify our own lives, avoid unnecessary struggles, and focus on what truly matters. Tip 1. Focus on what you can control. One of the foundational teachings of Stoicism is the importance of distinguishing between what is within our control and what is not. In today's world, it's easy to get caught up in things we cannot influence, whether it's the actions of others, external circumstances, or future events. This constant worry and stress lead to unnecessary complications in life. Practice acceptance. According to the Stoics, the only things we truly control are our thoughts, actions, and responses. Everything else, other people's opinions, the outcomes of our efforts, and external events, is beyond our control. By focusing your energy on what you can influence, you can let go of frustration and anxiety. This doesn't mean resigning yourself to inaction, but rather accepting what is and responding to it with clarity and calm. For example, instead of stressing about whether others will approve of your choices, focus on making decisions that align with your values. Instead of worrying about unpredictable outcomes, concentrate on putting in your best effort and trusting that the universe will handle the rest. Tip 2. Embrace minimalism. One way to simplify your life is to remove unnecessary clutter, both physically and mentally. We often complicate our lives by accumulating too many possessions, obligations, and distractions, which can lead to stress and overwhelm. Declutter your space. Begin by decluttering your physical environment. A cluttered space can contribute to a cluttered mind, making it harder to focus and stay calm. By simplifying your surroundings, you create a sense of order and peace. This doesn't mean you need to live with nothing, but by removing things that don't serve you or bring joy, you create more room for the things that truly matter. Mental minimalism. Similarly, mental clutter can make life more complicated than it needs to be. Overthinking, worrying about the future, and dwelling on past mistakes can take up valuable mental energy. Practice letting go of thoughts that don't serve your well-being. You can do this by engaging in mindfulness practices, meditation, or journaling, which help you stay grounded in the present moment. Tip 3. Simplify your decisions. Decision fatigue is real. In a world with countless choices, we often find ourselves overwhelmed by the need to make constant decisions. What to wear, what to eat, which career path to follow, and so on. This endless decision-making process can add unnecessary complexity to life. Limit choices. One way to simplify your life is to reduce the number of choices you need to make each day. Create systems or habits that streamline decision-making. For instance, you can simplify your wardrobe by adopting a capsule wardrobe, where every item goes with everything else, reducing the mental load of deciding what to wear. Similarly, setting up a weekly meal plan can reduce the daily stress of figuring out what to cook. By creating routines and limiting the number of choices you face each day, you can save mental energy for more important decisions. This can help reduce anxiety and give you more confidence in your decision-making process. Tip 4. Set boundaries. Another common way we overcomplicate life is by taking on too much, whether it's responsibilities, commitments, or the expectations of others. Failing to set clear boundaries can lead to burnout, stress, and resentment. Communicate your limits. Learn to set boundaries with yourself and others. This means being clear about your limits and being okay with saying no when something doesn't align with your goals or values. Setting boundaries doesn't make you selfish. It allows you to protect your time and energy for the things that truly matter. For example, if you're constantly saying yes to social invitations that don't interest you, you may find yourself feeling drained and resentful. By setting clear boundaries and prioritizing your own needs, you create more space in your life for activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. Tip 5. Practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is about being fully present in the moment, without judgment or distraction. Often, the complications we experience in life stem not from external circumstances, but from how we react to them. When we overthink, dwell on past events, or worry about the future, we create unnecessary mental and emotional stress. Mindfulness techniques. Engage in practices such as meditation, deep breathing, or journaling to cultivate mindfulness. These practices help train your mind to stay in the present, preventing it from wandering into unhelpful thought patterns. When you are fully present, you can approach life's challenges with a sense of calm and clarity, rather than reacting impulsively or emotionally. Mindfulness allows you to create a peaceful inner space where you can navigate life's ups and downs with more grace and less stress. It also helps you avoid getting caught up in the mental clutter that often makes life more complicated than it needs to be. Tip 6. Seek wisdom in simplicity. Sometimes, the simplest solutions are the most effective. However, we often overcomplicate situations by overthinking or overanalyzing them. Stoicism teaches us to embrace simplicity and recognize that the most profound wisdom often lies in the simplest truths. Learn from nature. Nature is a perfect example of simplicity and balance. The natural world doesn't rush or force. It evolves with grace and efficiency. By observing how nature operates, we can learn valuable lessons about living in harmony with our surroundings and with ourselves. For example, the changing of the seasons happens without any struggle or resistance. Similarly, we can approach life with more ease by flowing with the natural rhythm of things, rather than constantly pushing and forcing outcomes. By embracing simplicity, we can find more balance and harmony in our lives. Tip 7. Avoid comparisons. One of the quickest ways to complicate your life is by comparing yourself to others. Whether it's comparing your career, relationships, or achievements, this habit can lead to feelings of inadequacy, frustration, and discontent. Focus on your journey. Every person's path is unique. By focusing on your own growth and progress, rather than comparing yourself to others, you can free yourself from the pressure of competition. Celebrate your own milestones, no matter how small, and trust that you are exactly where you need to be on your journey. Comparison not only creates unnecessary stress, but also distracts you from your own potential. Instead of looking outward, turn inward and focus on what you can do to improve yourself and your life. This mindset shift simplifies your life by removing the mental clutter that comparisons create. Tip 8. Let go of perfectionism. Perfectionism is often at the root of unnecessary struggles. When we strive to be perfect in everything we do, we set ourselves up for disappointment and stress. The pursuit of perfection leads to endless tweaking, second-guessing, and dissatisfaction with the outcome. Embrace imperfection. Recognize that perfection is an illusion. Life is messy, and mistakes are inevitable. By embracing imperfection, you free yourself from the unrealistic pressure to always get things right. Instead, focus on progress and personal growth. When you let go of the need to be perfect, you can take action with more confidence and less fear. This not only simplifies your life, but also makes it more enjoyable. Tip 9. Prioritize inner peace. Ultimately, the goal of Stoicism is to cultivate inner peace. By applying the principles of Stoicism to your daily life, you can simplify your life and create more space for tranquility and fulfillment. Focus on your well-being. Make your mental and emotional well-being a priority. This might mean taking time for self-care, engaging in activities that bring you joy, or practicing gratitude for the simple things in life. When you prioritize inner peace, you naturally simplify your life because you stop chasing after external validation and start focusing on what truly matters. By incorporating these Stoic principles and practical tips into your life, you can reduce unnecessary struggles and simplify your existence. Stoicism reminds us that life doesn't have to be as complicated as we often make it. With the right mindset and approach, you can navigate challenges with grace and ease, focusing on what truly matters and letting go of the rest. The simplicity, wisdom, and peace that come from Stoicism are within your reach. It's just a matter of putting these timeless lessons into practice.